Hi, Andrew. We're in front of the Neil Simon Theater about to see the new musical,
Big Fish.
Now, Big Fish is based upon a movie. We saw the movie.
No.
Yes, we did. It's about a man that tells tall tales.
Oh, it's about a liar.
But when I heard that they were turning it into a Broadway musical, I was quite skeptical.
Oh, I'm super skeptical. However,
it does star
Norbert Leo Butz, who, in my book, can do no wrong.
The Big Fish, Neil Simon Theater. We'll see you at Intermission. Intermission!
Oh, hello. The central conflict of the show is between the father's flights of fancy and his overly analytical, pragmatic, and practical son, and their sort of complex relationship as told through flashback, fairy tales, and sort of the harsh realities of real life.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty meets Forrest Gump.
Yes. You know, you said something interesting to me when we sat down in the theater. You said, for some people, this is their first Broadway show. And I thought about that. If this was my first Broadway show, I wouldn't hate it. You know, it's sort of standard magic, if you will. Everything works, but as a seasoned theater goer, nothing's blowing me away. I'm not wowed.
Of course, great performances by Kate Baldwin and Norman Butz.
Right, no, I agree. The acting is great. Like, everything is sort of acceptable, but not incredible. When the first number introduces the cast of characters that you will see in all these tall tales, they come out in very by-the-book costumes. That's what I don't like about this show, is that it's playing it safe. It's trading in archetypes and not giving me something magical and new.
As we go back inside for Act 2 of Big Fish, I can safely say that the second half did sort of pick up, especially the last 30 minutes or so where they pull out all stops. But in general, you know where it's going, you know what's going to happen, but at the very end, I felt sort of manipulated.
I agree wholeheartedly. The word manipulated it sums up exactly how I feel. In the first act, I felt a bit like the Sun in that I didn't quite buy it. And in the second act, I felt like the Sun in that I felt manipulated by fabrications.
It's not without its merits. There's a couple of numbers that I really enjoyed. There's an USO number where he saves the general from being assassinated, which is one of the highlights of the show, I think. And the ending moments, it's almost Disney-esque in the fact that you know that they're tugging on your heartstrings.
Disney-esque in the schmaltziness of it. Thoroughly enjoyed about half of this show,
yeah. But
I did find myself rolling my eyes as often as they were welling with tears. The USO number, as you mentioned, is quite good, and it ends with confetti. Broadway showmakers, don't give the audience something that will make noise. The old lady next to me like kept pulling this out of her hair. I don't know, she must have been right in the blast zone because she had so much of this and it was so wrinkly. And every time there was emotional moment, she's like, ah!
What makes the Broadway musical special is when they take the number and they keep adding to it and adding, and they take it places that you had no idea they're going to go.
Yes.
These numbers, they went places, and they really never made it to that spectacular moment where you're going, oh my God.
For a show whose subject is imagination, it shows a surprising lack of it.
It felt like there was two different stories being told here, two different shows, and they never really meshed together.
There are two different worlds being presented on
stage.
Yes.
Yes.
The fantasy world and reality, and never the twain are interwoven.
2 yellow lights for Big Fish at the Neil Simon Theater.